So I'm back at uni, have a room tour, and now let's talk about coming out. For those who missed the memo, I am bisexual, and by the memo I mean various videos on my channel, pretty much half of my blog. The colour scheme on my blog, like yeah, purple is just my favourite colour, but it's not really an accident that purple is my favourite colour. I surround myself with purple, my bedspread is purple, you've just seen this, I've just done a room tour, everything in here is purple. So what, am I trying to come out via the colour of my bed sheets? Am I letting any prospective partners know, hey, by the way, bisexual? No, I'm just sort of reaffirming that part of my identity a little bit. Imagine a literal physical closet. You open the door, you come out, you are now outside the closet. Except it doesn't work like that. I came out to my mum and my nana at the same time, and then I had to come out to my father, and then I had to come out to my sister, and then I had to come out to various of my friends. You have to do it lots and lots of times. Here's another myth about coming out, that it gets easier. I don't think it does. I think you get more used to it. I think there are certain people for whom it would be easier. We live in a world where you are straight until proven queer. As such, anyone who knows me but does not know that I'm bisexual knows in their head that I am straight. They're wrong, but I haven't told them that yet. If I've known them for like 2 weeks, that's fine. That's not a long-standing assumption in their head. They can probably deal with it. If this is someone I have known for 2 decades, and I'm just now telling them, oh, by the way, you are wrong about this fundamental piece of my identity, that's quite hard on both sides, really, because they've got to suck it up and be like, no, what? Excuse, I'm confused now. And I have to coach them through that every single time. So I like making it as obvious as possible that I am bisexual. I will casually mention in conversation being attracted to women, particularly if watching Strictly Come Dancing, because have you seen Frankie Birch? If someone asks me if I have a boyfriend, I will go, no, and I don't have a girlfriend either. That sort of thing, just constantly reaffirming, hey, yeah, I'm bisexual. And the more I do that, the less I have to have the whole coming out conversation. Because there's another myth about coming out, there are lots, I've got a few of them, that once you've done it, everything is roses and loveliness. It's not. You've got to deal with their reaction, and that could go on for ages. I spent 7 months last year working as a teacher in a secondary school, and you know, teenagers, particularly teenagers who don't speak English, the question they are going to ask of their English teacher is, do you have a boyfriend? And every time I just went no, shut the conversation down and moved on. I didn't do my like, no, and I don't have a girlfriend either. For one thing, I don't think I ever got round to teaching them the either or thing. And for another, that was just opening myself up to, yeah, coming out. It's not a thing you have to do, for God's sake. Stop telling people to come out if they don't want / need / if they can't. I have a history of accidentally outing myself, most notably in my Oxford interview. I've talked about this in another video on a collab channel, I'll link it below, but it was just, everyone looked at me. For the first time in that interview, the 3 interviewers looked up from the notes they were scribbling and stared. I spent the rest of that interview panicking because I thought I'd screwed it up. I got in clearly, and you know, I'm really grateful for my tutor for not being a homophobic asshole, but yeah, it was terrifying. It was really, really terrifying. Another myth about the closet, and this one is specifically for non-monosexual people, so bisexual people, pansexual people, all those people who are sexually attracted to more than one gender. There's more than one closet. If someone assumes I'm straight, they've put me in a closet. If someone assumes I'm gay, they've put me in a slightly different closet, but it's still a closet because they're still getting me wrong and they're not letting me be who I actually am. I'll be honest, the first time once I had my hair cut, I was in France and this guy shouted at me, "Sale pute lesbienne!" I was really happy. He just called me a dirty lesbian whore in the middle of the street, but I was like, wow, I actually look queer. It's way better than being assumed I'm straight, but it's still not me. It's still erasing bisexuality, which is a thing that happens in the media all the time. Orange is the New Black is an amazing show for inclusiveness, but they still haven't used the word bisexual. Like, guys, come on! Anne Frank was bisexual, William Shakespeare was bisexual, all of these people in the past were bisexual, it's never bloody mentioned. Tom Daley comes out as bisexual. Nope, newspapers all call him gay. gay. Excuse me? What? Did you just watch the same YouTube video I did? I don't know why it is that makes bisexuality so much more difficult to see than being gay, but apparently it is. My queerness is essential to me because I go through life being erased, and I go through life every time someone makes a "oh that's so gay" joke, that hurts. I can laugh it off, I can ignore it, I can like just not call people out on it because bloody hell that gets tiring too, but it's still something I have to deal with. So the very last myth about coming out of the closet is that that's the end of the fight. Even taking into account that there's a closet for every person you come out to and there's a period of adjustment afterwards, even taking all of that into account, it's still not the end of the fight. Being queer in today's society is a constant fight to not be erased. So, National Coming Out Day, I want everyone to support people who are coming out, support people who can't come out, support people who might come out at some point in the future but they're not ready to do that now, and that's cool. But also, I want everyone to spend today thinking about every single remark you make. And if it's in the slightest way homophobic, transphobic, biphobic, queerphobic, don't make that. Because it would be really nice to have one day where I'm not fighting.